Hey guys, Josh here. Happy February. I hope your 2022 is going well so far. And once again today, let's discuss what's been happening in the last few days and weeks in the world of farming games. We got some new gameplay footage from two games we haven't heard of in quite a while, some interesting information about farm folks and the setting of the game, plus a new dev blog from Coral Island, which is getting me even more excited than I already was for that game. Before we start, I just want to congratulate Toby, the developer behind Above Snakes, a tile-based survival game I talked about previously, as their campaign just got 100% funded and there's still 20 days left, and this just shows that people are really believing in this project. As for me, I really enjoyed the pre-alpha I got to play, and I can't wait to see how this game evolves. If you have not heard about Above Snakes, I'm going to be putting the link in the description to their Kickstarter campaign, so feel free to check that out. Now I would like to talk about two different games I was starting to become somewhat worried about, as we have not heard from the developers in quite some time until last week. So I'd like to share the good news with you. And the first game is Fields of Mistria, a beautiful pixel art game with amazing kind of anime style portraits. And I just really love the art style of this game. And the last dev blog on their website was dating all the way back to August 5th, 2021, so it's been some time. However, they came back 5 days ago with a somewhat short update, but at least it was an update. We got a little something. The posted footage is just a gif of a winter scene, and if I'm not wrong, it might be the very first time we see what winter will look like in this game, with details such as the footprints in the snow, and also the houses, the fences, and everything is covered with snow. And I don't know, it just looks so beautiful, and I like how it's just so different from the previous screenshots we've seen from this game. It also shows how by talking with the different villagers, they will sometimes give you presents. So here Celine is giving the player Celine's hot cocoa, and then the player drinks it to replenish their health or their stamina. And what we see from this is actually the biggest thing I think we see in this footage. It is the UI. It's the first time we get to see what the UI will look like in Fields of Mistria. And it just really makes the game actually look like a game now. I feel like every time I used to look at screenshots of this game, it looked like a very early project. But now that it has a UI, it does look like a real game, and I think it's really well done. A few notable things is that the time will pass by increments of 10 minutes. Also, it seems like there might be two different types of currencies. There's maybe gold and another one. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's gonna work. I really like in games like Sunhaven, where you have 3 different towns and 3 types of currencies. I think this can be a very interesting game mechanic, so I'm looking forward to that. And also you can see that we'll have the option to switch between toolbars A and B, which I can imagine will be extremely useful, as it seems like we'll be carrying a lot of different tools with us. We've got sword, axe, pickaxe, a shovel, and watering can, and so much more. So I'm just happy to see that they're doing something to make that easier, and we'll be able to switch between different toolbars. So in this dev blog, we really did not get a lot of information. Just this little gif of a winter scene, just a few seconds, but they really have been drip feeding us content very slowly for this game, so I just enjoy every little bit that we get, and I'm looking forward to more. And then there's another game we have not heard about in quite some time, and we recently got some more footage. So on January 26, Crytivo posted their Crytivo Sizzle Reel 2022, showcasing all of their upcoming indie games for the year, and one of them was A New Leaf Memories. We have not heard much from the developers since November, but in that video we got to see tons of new gameplay footage, and honestly I almost did not recognize the game. I feel like it changed quite a bit since the last time I saw it. Things look a lot cleaner, especially the fields. I remember that's one thing that was bugging me a little bit the first time I saw footage from this game, the fields. It looked like the textures were a little bit weird, or I don't know, I didn't like the look of it too much. And I was a bit skeptical of the game at the time, but I am a bit less skeptical now. And also we get to see some of the UI, so just like Fields of Mistria, I'm pretty sure it is the first time we see the UI for this game. So it does look more like a real game now, and it does look like a project that's gonna come to life. However, I have to say that I'm still a little bit skeptical. I know the game is still early in development, but it looks like the environment are very big and empty, and I would much prefer a smaller world that has a lot of details, but we'll see. I know that the alpha recently started for some of the Kickstarter backers, and I think there's a non-disclosure agreement, so they can't talk about it or share their footage. So there's no way to know for now what's happening with the game, and is it fun, is it good, is it not, so we don't know too much. But I'm going to be looking forward to when more people can play the game, and hopefully when I can play the game and share my experience. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this game so far. I'm not putting my expectations too high as I don't want to be disappointed, but I would love to be surprised because I think this game has potential and it does look a lot better than last time I saw it. So if it just keeps going that way, and if they take their time to make a really good game, I think it could be worth it. Another game that's quite early in development, but that I would like to talk about is Farm Folks. They actually very regularly post on Twitter showing the progress they're making on the game, and I love this as like a New Leaf Memories and Fields of Mistria, we rarely get any updates, but with Farm Folks we get so many updates, and you can still tell it's very early in development. We have yet to see any proper gameplay or environment. We're just seeing like prototypes and like little screenshots of like items or crops, but what I'm seeing so far is pretty exciting. They posted some pictures of eggplants showing not only purple eggplants but also yellow and pink ones. And of course, these may only just be prototypes and not necessarily appear in the final version of the game, but I think it would be very interesting if each crop had different variations. And also I know that yellow eggplants do exist in real life, but I've never seen these little round and pink ones like these, so I wonder if there will be maybe some kind of hybrids or special form of crops that maybe don't exist in real life. And I think this will probably be the case actually, because shortly after they posted on their Twitter and explained how the game would be taking place in the near future, which will allow them to incorporate a lot of traditional farming sim mechanics, but also a lot of unique elements outside the confines of modern world realism. So this will allow them to play with some crops or animals we've never seen before. And also if you take a look at the art for the game, it showcases a dragon as well as this chocobo looking bird. So I think really nothing is off limit for the world of Farm Folks. I just hope that they manage to keep everything coherent and it does not end up looking too messy, but we'll have to wait and see as it's still very early. But I've seen some games that try to match too many different things, like have realistic aspects, but also try to fit dragons and unreal things, and sometimes it doesn't match together too well. So yeah, let's just see how they manage to do it. And also this futuristic setting will allow us to have some very interesting tools. So they showed us the mobile watering device, which reminds me of what the character is using in No Place Like Home, where you have some kind of vacuum to water your crops. And so this device will allow you to water crops no matter where you are. I imagine you're probably gonna have to fill it with water or something like that. But I think that sounds super convenient and will probably allow for easy and quick watering of the crops, giving you more time to focus on your other tasks. It also looks like the gun part can either be customized, or maybe it has different functions for different tools, or maybe they're just 3 different prototypes for the model and they're all going to do the same thing. So I'm not too sure, but one thing however is that it seems like the backpack will be customizable, so you'll be able to match it to your outfit. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. It seems like there's really going to be a lot of customizations in this game. They're showing a lot once again on their Twitter and also in their dev blogs, how you're going to be able to customize all of the different furniture items, and you'll be able to pick all the colors for every little part of the furniture. And yeah, it looks like there's going to be a huge emphasis on customization in this game. And also speaking of outfits, I hope we can see some of them soon. Almost all footage we've seen so far has been from this character in underwear, so I would love to see some clothes for a change. But just like the furniture and everything, I'm pretty sure for the clothes you'll be able to pick the different patterns and different colors and have a lot of customization options. So yeah, that's just something else I'm looking forward to. Overall, I'm super excited for Farm Folks. I know it's very early in development and we barely know anything about this game and the actual gameplay. So Creativo took over the project and started everything from scratch. So if you've heard from Farm Folks maybe a few months or maybe a few years ago, it's now actually quite different game. but I'm really optimistic, and it's just so nice that they're constantly giving us new things to look at. So I'm gonna make sure to keep an eye on this game in the next weeks and months and years. And last but not least, yesterday we got another dev blog from the team behind Coral Island. They have announced that Alpha 0.07 will be coming out on March 7. So they showed us how fences will work in the game. There will be 3 different styles of fences. So there's gonna be fences with posts on every tile, homogeneous fences with every tile looking the same, and corner post fences, which will have posts in the corners. There are also going to be gates and arches, which is, everything here is pretty standard, but it's still nice to see the progress that they're making with the game and to see that there's gonna be some different types of fences. The only thing here, I just wish the arches would connect a bit better to the fences, especially for the wooden arch and the wooden fence. But overall, they look pretty good, and of course, those features are still in development, so I'm hoping it will look better in the final product. And on top of that, they also showed us some of the exterior decor. And a few things I noticed, well, I think they're new, are the lamps, these flower pots, as well as this kind of outdoor bed. I wonder if this bed is gonna have any function, like maybe if you can take a nap to recover some of your stamina, or if it's just like completely decorative. Or maybe it's not even a bed, actually. I'm not too sure what it could be. But yeah, so we've got some interesting furniture in here. And this just gets me really excited to start decorating my farm. And sorry, I'm gonna complain a little bit again about a little thing, but this stone path texture looks extremely repetitive. So right now it looks like if you place paths from left to right, you will get a certain pattern with these 4 stones. And if you place them from top to bottom, you'll get another pattern with these 3 stones like this. And I think this works well for wooden paths, where of course you want the planks to be facing a certain direction depending on how you place them. But for stone paths, I think it would look a lot better if each tile was picked randomly, maybe from 3 or 4 different textures, so it would look a lot less repetitive. I don't know if it's just me, but it's really bothering to me, and this would kind of put me off from using the stone paths in this game. So I really hope, it's such a small thing, but I really hope they can change this. So anyway, these are just little details, but another thing they showed us is the Coral Island Current, which is an underwater highway that transports various things, trash for the most part, I think, from one part of the ocean to the other, and I'm not sure what purpose this will serve in game. Maybe it will allow some form of fast travel, even though there's already fast travel in game, so I don't think that would be it, but maybe it will, I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just gonna be a way to get some random materials from the current every day. But I really like how they're going all in with the ocean theme in this game, and they are just incorporating tons of things we've never seen in farming games before, or even games in general in the past. I don't think I've seen a game with an ocean current like this. So it's just really interesting. And also for Alpha 0.07, they're planning to revamp some of the diving maps. So in this game, you can go diving and collect some trash and clean the ocean. And they're also gonna renovate the museum. They're gonna add more interiors and exteriors. They're gonna implement temple offerings and rebalance the mastery progression, which is the leveling and skill system in this game. So they're gonna be working on a lot of different things, so that's exciting, and I'm just looking forward to all of these changes. But really, I can't wait until we're out of the alpha so I can finally stream this game and discuss it more in depth with you guys. But I think that's still going to take a little while before we can do that. Oh, and also, by the way, they're organizing a fan art contest in which you have to draw one of the characters getting ready for a Valentine date with the hairstyle of their dreams. And the winner of the contest will get their hairstyle added to the game. I think it's really fun to see how they're involving the players in this, and I can't really draw, so I'm gonna have to skip this contest. But if anyone's interested, I'll put the link in the description, and you have until February 10th to submit your art. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for what's been happening in the world of farming games recently. It's a very small thing, but what excited me the most was the little gift we got for Fields of Mistria. I'm just happy to see that progress is being done on that game, and it will probably be a while before we can play it, but I can't wait for it. Let me know what you think about today's topics, leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video.